Yeah. It's made not doing well if you go Thursday night and sisters, you have a look at my tablets, see if these.
Sight is something which is very precious to all of us, and we only realize it when we lose it, how valuable the vision is.
Graham Wayne, the grandfather of our camera operator Kerry Wayne, went from having perfect vision to being near completely blind during the last 19 years. She wanted to explore the condition further and to understand more fully the impact which it's had on his life. That's me there on the right, and on the left, that's Graham. Is there anything that you wish you'd done before you became blind? Was there a period where it was getting worse and you were going through a bucket list, as it were, while you could still see, like going to see particular things? And
Well, when I lost my first eye, I did stop driving temporarily, but then I thought, well, what's good? I've got to get on with my life and start driving and doing things that I've always done, but knowing that it'll never come back, I've got to try and adapt to wherever I can.
Yeah.
I don't, it's not a nice feeling thinking that you're going to be like this for the rest of your life, but you just got to get on with things.
yeah.
Well, it's called Ischemic Optic Neuropathy.
It's usually seen in a population base anywhere between 2.5 to 4.5 per 100,000, and those are estimates in the US, but you know, it can be extrapolated in the UK because we have a pretty similar database.
18 years ago I lost one, and in July I lost the other, and it can go within a matter of minutes or a matter of a week.
What are the symptoms of ischemic optic neuropathy?
It usually occurs in folks who are anywhere between in the 6th or 7th decade, so pretty much anywhere about 60 to 80 years of age group. Usually women are more commonly affected by it, and it affects, in a sense, it's sudden loss of vision. Usually occurs at night time. When they get up in the morning, they can't see.
At first you do, as you wake up every morning, you think, nah, is it going to come back? Can it come back? You know very well that it probably can't. And it probably never will, because there's no operation in this world so far. They are experimenting in America, but the experiments are not coming to anything at present, and I don't think they'll ever be able to cure it, because the thing that's gone and it's damaged, unless they could operate in some way, and it's that ticklish operation, it could send you, distort your brain or your sight more.
So people have associated it with sudden drop in their blood pressure in the night, which causes the vascular circulation being affected. So there are various theories for it, but in reality, patients, when they wake up, suddenly can't see things. They feel like they've lost the vision in one eye, and they usually report immediately to the eye casualty. That's how it usually presents.
How do you think he's coped?
Marvellous. He really has. He's been really good. I mean, if you say he's accepted it, he'll not agree with you, because I don't suppose you ever accept it.
How does anyone feel when you can't see anybody? It's difficult. If you can't recognise them, you feel, if somebody comes up to you and they don't mention the name, you think, who's that? Is that so?
Well, you're at a loss, aren't you, really, when you don't know?
You can sometimes tell with the voices who they are, if they're close friends.
Good. Now, are you having a cuppa?
That could be nice, yeah.
Carry on.
It's just about limited to milk.
Is that just the lowest limit?
Yeah.
Or well over?
Yeah, it's fine.
Just, it's
Well,
about right. Going well, Gene? Yeah.
Why is that? He's an expert.
Okay.
Now that's full enough. Well, this Charles-Bonnet syndrome,
Yeah.
what they call it, some people get it when they're blind, and you can see different illusions, and it's frightening really, because you think, what's happening, unless you know that it is a thing that blind people can get.
That lid's a little bit hard up. It's a little bit stiff.
Charles Bonnet syndrome.
Yeah, Charles
Bonnet syndrome. Your brain's not recognising things they say when it's playing tricks with you. And what it does when you, for instance, I can sometimes see in a distance 200 or 300 tadpoles floating about. There's all these tadpoles. If you don't know what it is, you beginning to think, now is my eyes, am I going to get worse? Am I going to be completely blind? Or
What's your personal experience of patients' emotional response to ischemic optic neuropathy?
Oh, it's devastating. I think patients feel very affected by it, and they are obviously, their lifestyle is affected in a big way. The family is also having to change their lifestyle because that person is not able to see very well, and they have to work around that situation. So it is a stressful situation for the patient.
Have there been any occasions when Jean's been away for a reason that can't be helped, and has that ever happened?
she was away a few months ago, she had a hip operation.
Okay.
And what we did, my granddaughter came to stay with me for a week.
It were hard for Graham to cope, you know. So it would have been nice if somebody would have come in from social services and helped to clean things, and you know, baths and things like that, bathroom, things like that. But we didn't. They say, oh, they don't do that. If you've got a family, they've got to do it.
She used to get me look at my tablets in the morning, because don't forget it was July when I lost my sight. This was only September.
Yeah.
So I ain't got adjusted very well anyway. She used to come and check my tablets and put them out for what I want during the day. And then she'd get me breakfast ready and make me a cob for my dinner, because she was at Teg, and she'd come home in the afternoon, and then we'd decide what we were going to have for tea together.
I don't know. Only thing I like to say is I think you've got to have patience with one another. You've got to try and have patience with one another, haven't you? Because it's a new thing for Graham, and it's also a new thing for me. So you just try and have patience, you know, if you can.
Anybody can have problems with their eyesight from birth to death. There are babies come through the hospital that are born with eye defects.
I do sometimes feel that, you know, these conditions are sometimes very difficult to treat, and no matter what we do, we still haven't reached the final goal of curing everybody's problems.
As a film student, I can only begin to imagine what it must be like to not be able to see. My take on the absolute gentleman, which is Graham Wayne, is that he's coped incredibly well.